Folks like him are absolutely 100% part of the problem because they know there's great money in riling people up and making a divide that is already tragically wide even wider.
Sure. Amen, man. And let's not forget Duke Lacrosse. He made a big deal out of that. Not only did that girl turn out to be lying that she wasn't raped, she's actually went on to become a terrible person who's now in prison for murder. I mean, he tried to paint the picture that she was innocent. Same thing with Tawana Brawley. It was the same thing. They said that she had been, what was it, that she'd been raped or tortured or something by white people, but it wasn't true, man. I mean, it was all just a bunch of BS. And now Al Sharpton is in Ferguson, Missouri, and since he's gotten there, the situation hasn't necessarily improved, although the last 24 hours, they say it got a little better towards the end of the week this week, but he did actually start working on a new movie while he was there. Did you guys know that?
No.
Coming soon to a theater near you. It's Office Space 2, starring Al Sharpton.
So let me see if I have this straight. Michael Brown's family already has an attorney. Is that correct, Mr. Sharpton?
Oh, yes, that's correct, yes.
And the local Black Panther Party was already organizing protests before you got here, correct?
Well, yes, that's technically true.
So then why did you fly to Ferguson?
Well, I already told you. I came to organize a press conference.
So you organized the press conference?
Well, not really. I mean, sort of. The family did most of it, but.
Okay, but then I have to ask, what would you say you do here?
Look, I already told you. I deal with the gosh darn protesters so the family's attorney doesn't have to. I have people skills. I'm good at dealing with people, damn it. Can't you understand that? What the hell is wrong with you people? Office Space 2, starring Al Sharpton, rated PG-13.
You know, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's okay to bring this up, but it just occurred to me that in the eyes of Al Sharpton, killing black people is an awful lot like using the N-word. It's okay if you're another black person.
Yeah, well, it was Jesse Jackson who said when there's white-on-white crime, it doesn't matter. If there's black-on-white crime, then there's a story there. And when there's black-on-black crime, well, that's Miller time. It's time to go have a beer because it's not a story.
Yeah, you know, we've spent a lot of time talking about how racism is the fault of black people.
No,
we should probably
it's not
talk
the
about
fault
some
of-
bad.
It's
We
not
should
the fault
probably
of
talk
black
about
people.
some.
It's the fault of stupid people. No, I
Yeah,
assure
no.
you, there are just as many
Well
dumb
done.
white people and Asians, and this is a multi-racial ethnicity thing. This is a problem that transcends race. Race is just a thing to distract us, and we're so simple that we fall for it.
So let me ask you guys this: we are a mixed bunch. Ramon is Hispanic. Kenny, as we've established, is black, and I'm about as white as they come.
You got to say
African American.
African American.
We all get along just great. So, what can we do to help improve the situation? All jocularity aside, I think that if you grew up, and I know it sounds like an oversimplification of things, but racism is a learned behavior. This divide that has developed between us is a learned behavior, and I want people to remember that, and I want people to make an effort to, for once, you know, if there are differences between a black person and a white person, let's respect and celebrate those differences. You know, like, look, to say that the experience of a black person is the same in America as the experience of a white person is naive and silly. But how about respecting any differences we do have and remembering that racism is a learned behavior? And let's do our very best by having open hearts and minds to combat people that would set us against each other, whether that's the KKK or whether that's Al Sharpton.
Amen, bro. I feel all of that. I get behind all that. I can't argue with a line there. And to that, I will add this: everybody love everybody, because you know what? It works.
Be good, I think is what you're.
And an armed society is a polite society.
How much time do we have?
You know those people at the Bundy Ranch, they didn't have that problem with militarized police. No cops beat anyone up at the Bundy Ranch. And the Bundy guys are a bad example because they were nut jobs, but it was similar because their rights were still violated by the government. However, they took up arms, they brought the militias out, and they weren't victims, and that's kind of awesome.
What did you say, Ramon?
Oh, I was trying to figure out where we were in the segment because I had a little thing I wanted to talk about but I didn't know where we were going in the conversation. Then we started talking about Bundy.
I would like to hear Ramon's thing.
Well,
me too.
Real quick, it won't take a second. I have a friend named Eric out there, and Eric and I went to high school together, and we graduated in the same class, and we were pretty good friends. He was going to go be a vet because he loved animals. He was in the, what do you call it, the
veterinary school?
No, when you're in high school and you raise cattle and stuff. It's
4-H?
4-H club.
Yeah,
thank you. So he did that, had a love for animals. Well, he decided instead of doing vet school, he was going to be a farmer. So he started raising pigs and goats and all that. And, in fact, met his wife and had kids, all because of farming. It was fantastic. Well, just the other day, his pig barn burned down.
No.
And so he lost everything. And
the animals. What happened with the animals?
Well, they all perished, unfortunately, in the fire.
Jeez,
about 7 pigs. So I went by and visited him shortly afterwards, and boy, did it smell delicious.
Hey, bro, I got love for farmers.
I don't know how long we have in the segment, but I think just in the interest of remaining
marijuana crops. It's a rap song about being a farmer.
No big screens, no HBO. Tomato, potato. These hoes just won the
Fat Boy Lotto.
Please let me use your grotto. Hefty bitches is my motto. If you get on top, hooker, I think you might break my throttle. I'll knock your head off. You softer than a bitch's skin. You stupid bitches cannot win. Your wifey in the face.
All right, thanks, Kenny.
He's a badass farmer. What do you want, bro?
Is that Andy Milonakis?
It's Andy Milonakis, Diplo, Riff Raff, and someone else, Dirt Nasty or something.
Yeah. I think in the interest of keeping things equal, we should talk about a bunch of terrible rich white folks. Shall we do that?
Yes, the best kind of awful people.
Remember last year when that 16-year-old in Texas killed 4 people driving drunk, but he only got probation because his lawyers blamed it on affluenza, meaning he was too rich and spoiled to know right from wrong. Remember this kid?
Ethan Couch, yeah.
Okay, so it looks like his dad, his old man, suffers from a similar legitimate serious condition. The cops in North Richland Hills, Texas, got a call back on the 28th of July about 2 neighbors having an argument. When they got there, one of the guys was Fred Couch. His son is Ethan Couch, the kid who got off thanks to affluenza. Fred told the cops it was a misunderstanding and they could go. He told them he's a reserve police officer.
I never heard that before. He's a reserve police officer?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
He told them he's a reserve police officer.
He works in metals, and he's made a lot of money in it. He collects. I've done a lot of studying. I've done a lot of research on the Ethan Couch family because I wrote about him for Breitbart, and he made a fortune off scrap metal. That's how they got all their money, which there's nothing wrong with that. But then, while they were doing that, they neglected to raise their kid correctly, which is a bad thing.
Well,
anyway.
I think he might suffer from a similar lack of understanding right and or wrong based on him having enough money to place him in a position that he feels is above the law, because he told them he's a reserve police officer, but he had left his, and I quote, police stuff in his car. He even flashed his wallet at them, which looked like it had a badge inside, so they left. But one of the cops thought his badge looked a little suspicious, so he investigated Fred. As it turns out, Fred, not so much a reserve police officer, never ever has been, and now he's been arrested for false identification as a police officer.
The cojones on this guy. I didn't know about this story. I gotta say, that is a typical example of the kind of white people that I hate.
White people, yay!
White people having fun. Global domination over everyone. White people smile so bright. Genocide for anyone who isn't white.
Maybe he suffers from a different disease. Maybe he suffers from a different disease that makes you impersonate a cop, like police manorexia or wait, Ebola and order. Hepatitis B. Okay, I'm on.
We have to take a break. What should we expect when we get back?
More of the same.
More mediocrity?
same.
That's too bad.
No, we excel, Kenny.
I mean, I excel with spreadsheets.
Who do you think the most expensive NFL franchise is in the entire league? We will
Green Bay
discuss
Packers.
this
The
when we
Oilers.
return.
It's the
Wrong,
Oilers.
wrong. Tweet in the conversation. Tweet in the conversation.
Radio. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, turn it up.
How do you tweet us?
At ADSXE, at Ramon Robles Jr., and at Producer Ken.
Look, listen to Third Coast Radio if you know it's good for you. It's the only way to fly. Ow, done.
I know how you're feeling when you're breaking my heart.
Oops Steam Clean. Oopsteam.com. 281-822-0561. These guys have been cleaning my carpet for, I don't know, how long have we been doing the show? At least a year and a half. But even before then, because they've been sponsors of everybody from Michael Berry to Walton and Johnson. I mean, these guys are the real deal.
When you say cleaning your carpet, that doesn't mean like something else.
No, that means they come to my house and they use their big old their big van-powered vacuum to clean my carpet.
A bunch of men come into your house with a big van and they clean the place up.
What's cool is the engine that powers the van is the engine that powers the vacuum.
And it's all powered by love. That's the really incredible thing about it.
They do have puppies on the side of their van, so that's a cool thing.
Yeah, you have to like puppies. They also clean ducts. And when I say ducts, I mean like here for your air, where the air goes, not ducks. And exactly. Not that kind of duck. Oriental rugs and grout. Oh, and concrete blocks. They clean all kinds of stuff that you probably can't clean without the help of some professional cleaners. So call these guys. It's surprisingly cheap.
When they clean out your ducts, it means that you will no longer sneeze. You won't have allergens going into the air. This is very important to recognize, especially if you're like me and you're constantly sneezing during allergy season. Having your ducts cleaned by Oops Steam Clean can stop you from...
Yep. Doctor recommended.
281-822-0561 or check him out online at oopsteam.com.
Russell & Smith Ford's year-end model clearance event has begun. Their lowest prices of the year on all 2014 models. Stop in today or shop online, rsford.com.
Over 75 years we've known Houston by name. Russell and Smith at 610 in South Main.
Russell & Smith Honda is offering their lowest prices of the year during their end-of-year model clearance. Over 700 new Hondas and 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. rshonda.com.
Over 75 years we've known Houston by name. Russell and Smith at 610 in South Main.
This report is brought to you by San Jacinto Community College.
The News Radio 740 forecast, plenty of sunshine this afternoon and a whole lot of heat, a high of 96.
When you become Sanjac certified at San Jacinto College, Houston employers take notice. That's because we'll provide you with the skills you need to reach your next great opportunity. Enroll by August 25th at sanjac.edu.
2 years ago, I could barely walk. My boss even approached me about retiring. I'd been receiving injections in my knees for about a year. I was feeling desperate. I wanted to continue working, but the pain was so bad, Then on the radio, I heard about peak nitric oxide.
Nitric oxide, described as the miracle molecule of the 21st century, has been proven to have powerful health benefits, including relief of arthritis and joint pain for your knees, hips, back, shoulders, ankles, and fingers. And right now, you can get a free bottle of Peak Nitric Oxide to try for yourself. Just call 1-800-400-7415.
I was skeptical, but I thought, what have I got to lose? Within a week, I was feeling less pain and healthier overall, like a different person. It's been like a miracle. Several friends tried it, and it's worked for them, too.
Find out how you can get a free bottle of Peak Nitric Oxide at 1-800-400-7415. That's 1-800-400-7415.
All right, guys, what's going on? We're going on.
This weekend, don't sit home alone and fart around. Sit home and fart around with Third Coast Radio, fruitfully passing fart jokes off as actual content.
So that guy established that we're Third Coast Radio. We should probably point that I'm AD. Who's Ramon?
I'm Ramon. No, Kenny.
You're
no,
Ramon.
Kenny. I'm Ramon.
And who's Kenny?
Well, we all know producer Kenny.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me, do we?
Sure, we all know producer Kenny, your erstwhile compatriot, of course.
And how can you tweet us all?
On Twitter.
Yeah.
You can tweet me at Ramon Robles Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And where can you tweet Kenny?
At ADSXE.
No, that's AD.
No, that's
I
me.
have AD handle my tweets for now. I'm at producer Ken. And of course, or just hashtag Third Coast Radio. You'll find all of us. We're all on hashtag Third Coast Radio.
Yeah.
We're hashtagging with them. Or if you do that, you'll find the people. You won't find all the tweets necessarily, but you'll find the people that are part of our ongoing conversation, and then you can follow them, and they'll follow you, and then you'll feel like you're part of a family or something. And there's nothing